Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Aquarius for May of 2012. And this also applies if you have an Aquarius ascendant. So my Aquarians, this month much happening connected with your home, your family, learning and relationships, particularly love relationships, and also your business, your creativity. So let's start with the fact that Venus goes retrograde this month on the 15th until the 26th of June. So that's for about 6 weeks. And Venus rules your finances and your love. So this is going to be a time for reevaluating your relationships in your life and also your finances. And it's also a time, probably Aquarians, when your social life will slow down a little. It's not a time to have big parties and throw big events. It's a time to reconsider, reevaluate, so that during this period you may in fact find some relationships end, or you may have a reconciliation with somebody, or you may have somebody in your life where you fell out with them and you get an opportunity for a healing in that relationship. This Venus for you falls in your 5th house, this retrograde of Venus. So it's a strong possibility, especially with Sun Mercury there, during this month as well, that you may meet somebody that you love, somebody very attractive with whom you have a romance. I have to say, be cautious about moving too quickly in a romance while Venus is retrograde. Fine for the first couple of weeks of the month, then slow down after that, and slow down until after June the 26th, because there's a possibility with Venus, when it's retrograde, we don't see beauty or love in the way that it really is normally. It becomes unreal. And so very often you put a lot of energy into a relationship, and then after it, when Venus goes direct, you think, my goodness, I really don't want to be in this relationship anymore. So try to go slowly if that's at all possible. We've got Mercury-Uranus conjunct in your 3rd house for the first week of the month, beginning of the month. So this is going to be a great time for new ideas, for stimulating encounters, for any kind of like fast thinking, anything that involves networking. You might meet somebody really interesting right in your neighborhood that you never knew was there. So really good for any kind of social networking during that first week of the month. Also during the month, we've got a lot going on with your home and your family. This may be a time to move, to consider a move if you haven't moved already, but also to it shines a light on your family relationships, actually. An opportunity for healing, an opportunity for reconciliation if necessary, but an opportunity to feel more nourished and more part of a family. So even if it's not your birth family, for you to feel more part of somebody or something around you. That's going to be an opportunity available to you during this month. Now, I need to talk about this Venus retrograde, because during that time, it's going to be a great time if you want to sell something that you want to get rid of. If you've got some stocks, if you've got some goods that you want to sell, very good time to sell them, because very often during Venus retrograde, prices get inflated and buyers don't know the real value of things. So if you want to sell something, get a good price for it, great time to do it during the retrograde. However, it's also a very good time as a buyer to buy antiques or second-hand things, because very often the sellers don't know the value of really good older things. So you might, in fact, be able to ferret out a bargain during this retrograde as well. Got Mars in your 8th house, so potential for disagreements connected with joint finances, especially with the Venus retrograde. It's not a time to lend money or to go into a joint partnership with somebody else during this time. There's likely to be arguments and disagreements during this time. We've got in the middle of the month, around the 3rd week of the month, we've got a square of Neptune to the Sun. You may feel as though your energy is depleted at this time, and also like your finances are going out a bit too much. But it's a short transit, so take a rest, take a nap, take a break. It's fleeting, and you'll be on the up again after about the 3rd week of the month. At the end of the 3rd week of the month, things should start moving. Your energy, your emotions should start to feel more in an upward cycle. So this month, it's definitely about healing things with family and your past. Potential for a new relationship, just go slowly with it. Reevaluate your finances, and just know that the social pace of your life will slow down a little. So I wish you a great month. Thank you to those of you who subscribe to my free newsletter, who actually favourite the video. If you pass it on, tweet it, whatever, I really, really appreciate it. And of course, I'm always delighted to hear from you, whether you want one of my books or a reading or whatever it is. I'm always delighted to hear from you. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.